loves it, and he's like, yes! And he finally makes it through. And he's just like, oh, yes. And then he turns around and his face is in just absolute horror because he's looking back, because he's dead, right? He just ran the race of life. He's dead. He looks back on earth and he just has this horror in his face. And it was like, it was a game. It was a freaking game. And I realised as I was walking down the street, that we must be so funny. We must be like the best neighbours show for the world above. I mean, we would look like mice running around, and our version would just be hilarious. I mean, what a poor effort, because at least those actors in that show know they're actors, so it gives them that safety feeling. But what about most of society? They have no idea. So imagine when you're watching television, if you watch television, and you're watching like a sitcom, and you're watching these actors do what they do with their everyday life. And it's entertaining, right? Now think of that on a whole new level. Think of that our lives on earth is the show that at a higher level, being our higher selves in the spirit world, is actually watching us. We're bloody entertaining, right? So our Neighbours show is pretty pathetic. I'm not saying Neighbours is pathetic, okay, but our TV sitcoms are pathetic because they are actors and actresses that know they're acting. So yes, they have that safety barrier, but they know they're still going to bring with them the insecurities and hidden parts of them that they hide because they're pretending to be someone else. Now us, we're in our own TV show on multiple levels because the people watching us can see who we are acting as, but they can also hear our thoughts, hidden agendas, insecurities, and all the beautiful, real things that make us who we are. And let me just say that the people watching only have love and compassion for who we are. They don't judge us like we judge the people on our TV sitcoms. There is no judging. There is only love and compassion and guidance to fulfill our role of our game that we've chosen. And we don't know that. Another thing that I realized is the really, really slow way we are shaped. I'm kind of going off a bit here. I went to get some yochi, some yogurt ice cream, which I think you're learning to know that I love. And most people there were really young. And I was really picking up on this vibing, boy likes girl, girl likes boy. And it was just so funny to watch because I could feel what they were feeling. It was really enhanced. What was also enhanced was my dinner. I had frozen fish cooked with salad, and normally I love that. And I was eating it and I was just like, what am I eating? And then it was really yummy, and then it was really not good, and then it was really yummy, and then it was really not good. Anyway, so I'm looking at this group of young people, and they're so shaped. They're all in their Pilates gear. It's like mummy and daughter Pilates. They're all slim. They're all healthy. They're all very conscious of the environment and health. It's like we've really sunk into this current generation of being health conscious and earth conscious, which is great. But at the same time, they're still the same. They're still molded. They're still doing what they are taught. Beautiful people, but they are asleep. Not everybody. And it just goes to show, it proves that kids watching TV, or anyone really, it doesn't really have to be about TV or computers. It's anyone growing up in a society. Look at people in a poor area or in a richer area. You just end up growing with so many characteristics that you've learned. And then you've got your mother and father. And that's one thing. That's probably the biggest challenge in life. And you're molded by society. And if society isn't enough, you've got marketing. I could pinpoint more, whether it's marketing that says it's okay, like it's okay to put your details there, it's okay, or just blonde hair, everyone wants blonde hair. What's the fashion? What is the fashion? What am I going to wear? Well, stuff that. I wouldn't even know what the freaking fashion is right now. I like what I like. I get up in the morning, I wear what I want. So why did I pick up my phone? I picked it up because I had this vision of this guy, and he just ran over the finish line. And like that, the big black and white banner that two people are holding, and you're running towards it. He's running and he's exhausted, and he's like, yes! And he finally makes it through. And he's just like, oh, yes. And then he turns around and his face is in just absolute horror because he's looking back, because he's dead, right? He just ran the race of life. He's dead. He looks back on earth and he just has this horror on his face. And it was like, it was a game. It was a freaking game. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it. And then after a bit of time, maybe like a couple of months, he gets over the disbelief. And it was just like, oh my God. And then he gets to a point of like, let's play it again, let's play it again, let's play it again. So your soul knows it's a game, but your avatar does not. And if you know it's a game, it makes life so much more fun. Think about every time you want to do something that's just slightly out of your safe box. Like, oh, I could go out with Fred tonight, or I've got a good business idea, but you don't. You just don't do it because you were too scared to leave your job, or time got away from you, or you got sick, or whatever. That's the devil at work. That's the opposition. The negative forces are real. We're here to create. But yes, there is an opposing force to stop us. And it's your job to overcome. So get out there, just do it. Nothing matters. Follow your heart. Nothing matters. In fact, worst case scenario would be so funny because they're so entertaining. Next time you've got something to do and you fear something, ask yourself, what is your greatest fear? Is it that everyone's going to make fun of you? That they'll spread rumours about you? Well, grab that fear and laugh at it. Because so what if that's funny? Because somebody laughing at somebody, you get what you give. So they get what they give. When you put out rudeness or judgment, it only comes back. So I'm saying laugh at them. They're laughing at you. How does that not make both just as bad? But then again, there's high vibration and low vibration, right? So, okay, so they're laughing at you on a certain frequency. And you're laughing at them with compassion. Because somebody judging you, you can see it as a form of energy. And you can transmute that energy. At the end of the day, only you can live your life. You're not a victim. You are the main character. And you are responsible for your own life. And if you create in your life that perfect balance of discipline, creativity, compassion and love for yourself and for everyone else, because life is like a flowing pattern, then you are living heaven on earth. Hope I've made sense. Makes sense to me.